Shark finning is the process where a shark is caught, it's brought aboard, quite often it's clubbed or stabbed to avoid harm to the fishermen, and the fins are cut off and the animal is thrown back over the side alive. The shark fins are very valuable. They're the most valuable dried seafood product per weight. One fin can cost hundreds of dollars. It's highly prized in Asian cuisine for shark fin soup. And this was a ceremonial dish at one time, hundreds of years ago. Unfortunately, it's become extremely popular in banquets and business luncheons. So where once there was just a few people eating shark fins, now there are literally millions of people eating shark fin, and it's decimating the species literally around the world ocean.
Everything in the marine ecosystem is completely interconnected. So if you take the top predator or the apex predator out of that equation, it will have a trickle-down effect that affects every little niche of the marine ecosystem. A perfect way to describe this is if you take a case that was in North Carolina. They studied shark populations. As those shark populations began to get fished out, the stingray population, which they were controlling, took off and exploded. Well, everybody likes to eat scallops and clams. Those stingrays then devastated the scallop and clam populations because nobody was feeding on the stingrays. These are the animals that are keeping fish populations healthy. Sharks by nature are fairly slow to reproduce. They have very few young. They just can't stand up to that type of fishing pressure. Within our lifespan, we might see that these animals do become reproductively extinct. I mean, there's not enough sharks of that species in the wild to reproduce.
Sharks are extremely vulnerable to overfishing because they have very late onset of reproduction, sometimes 15, sometimes 20 years for some of the larger sharks. They're much like humans in that respect. They also have few young. So if you're killing a shark, you may be killing a shark that's never had a chance to reproduce, or you may be killing a shark that can only have maybe 25 or 30 children, if you will, or pups in its entire lifetime. It's not like a fish that can have millions of eggs, that can broadcast millions of eggs out there and have a high percentage of success. You kill a great white shark and you can knock out a generation in a local population. Taking sharks out, we're taking the regulator out. We're taking the animals that are really keeping things clean, that are really keeping animals strong. And it's not only the sharks that are going, it's the big fish.
Really, they're shooting themselves in their own foot. So by killing that apex predator, they change the whole pyramid and the fish will go somewhere else. The same thing that happened in Southern California. You kill all the sheephead that eat the urchins, and then the urchins explode, they eat the kelp, and then the kelp goes away, and then all the species on the west coast of the United States have disappeared because there's no kelp, because they all depended on living in the kelp. So one thing always affects something else.
You can go down to San Francisco Chinatown right now and walk into any number of restaurants and order a bowl of shark fin soup. It's not illegal. It's commonly served. It's everywhere. It's really not a cultural thing. We can change our cultural practices if they're not sustainable. The shark fin trade is like a black market. It's like drugs. It's small, it's easily transported, it's easily smuggled, and it's destroying our world ocean. It's killing the regulators of the oceans.